Hello viewers, welcome to Dr. LK's English class. Before I start today's class, I'd like to say one thing. These videos are being prepared exclusively for my students. The same videos I'm uploading for the benefit of others. Thank you for your valuable suggestions, my dear viewers. The motto of my video is to prepare one video for the entire topic, and I don't think there will be sequel at the moment. If time permits, I'll go for the part 2, part 3, etc. So whatever the most important information is available with me, that information I am trying my best to put in one video on one particular topic. So viewers, please bear with me. Today, I would like to teach you active and passive voice. What is active voice and passive voice? Hope every one of you know very well what is active and what is passive. Active voice is, in active voice sentence, subject performs action. In active voice sentence, subject performs action. You can easily identify the sentence in active voice by seeing the subject. If the subject is active, if subject does something in the sentence, then that sentence is said to be in active voice. In passive voice, subject receives action. In a sentence, if subject doesn't do anything, if it remains passive, then that sentence is said to be in passive voice. See, in a classroom, we will come across some students. Some students will be very active. Some students will be passive. So if they do something, if they respond to the teacher's questions, if they involve, if they interact, then we will say such students are active. If students don't react, don't respond, if they simply remain calm and silent, then such students, we call them passive. Hope I'm clear what is active and what is passive. Now, let me go bit elaborated way. Here you can look at the active voice. If verb form shows that the subject has done something, then that sentence is said to be in active voice. If verb form shows that something has been done to the subject, then that sentence is said to be in passive voice. Hope all of you understood the difference between active and passive. Look at the example. A cat killed a rat. Here, subject is cat, killed is verb, a rat is object. When we convert this sentence into passive voice, we write a rat was killed by a cat. Here a rat is subject and was is the helping verb. Since the sentence is in past tense, we have used was, the past tense form of the verb was, and killed is the main verb, past participle of this one, and by is agent. It was done by, it was done through this agent. So before that we use by. Here cat is object. Here something has been done to the subject. In active voice, the subject has done something. Here the subject is cat. It did something to the rat. Here subject is active, rat is receiver. Subject is doer, rat is receiver. Here subject is rat. Here rat did not do anything. Here object is cat. Here something has been done to the subject, rat. Hope you understood the difference between active and passive clearly. The next one is when both the sentences convey the same content, then why do we use active and passive? That question will definitely arise in our minds. So we use active voice in general. We use active voice in general to convey readers who is doing what. We use active voice sentences to convey the readers who is doing what. We use active voice to highlight the action done by the doer or the actor. And we use passive voice when we do not know the actor or doer. When we do not know the actor or doer, then we use passive voice. When the agent is immaterial or the agent is well known, at that time also we use passive voice. Hope you all understood why we use active voice, why we use passive voice. You can take a screenshot of this. Look at these three examples. My mobile was stolen. My mobile was stolen. In this sentence, agent not known. I don't know who stole my mobile. My mobile was stolen by somebody. Whether you write by somebody or not, it doesn't make much difference. Because here, agent not known. And look at the second sentence. The road is being repaired. Who is repairing the road is immaterial. Here, road is being repaired. What is going on? That will be conveyed in the sentence. And coming to the third sentence, the criminal was arrested. Here, agent well known. Who else will arrest criminals? It's none other than police. So, agent is clear here. So, that kind of sentences, in this kind of sentences, we use passive voice. To convey this kind of sentences, it is always better that we should use passive voice. And coming to the next one, you know very well there are three kinds of tenses. One is present, another one is past, and the third one is future. In present we have four tenses, in past we have four tenses, in future we have four tenses. So look at the table. If you look at this table, you will come to know how the voice is changing in each and every tense. Look at the first one, simple present. Kumar teaches English. Kumar teaches English. Kumar is subject, teaches is verb, English is object. When you convert into passive voice, Kumar, English is taught by Kumar. Here English is subject. Here you are supposed to use am, is, or. And past participle form is taught. And you are supposed to use by, agent, before the agent. And Kumar is object. So Kumar teaches English. English is taught by Kumar. Kumar teaches English. English is. Why are we using is? Because it is in simple present. In simple present you are supposed to use is or am or are. If subject is singular, so we are using is. If subject is plural, we use are. And in passive form, always, remember, always we use past participle form, V3 form of that verb. And before that agent, we should use preposition by. Then afterwards, object. Hope I am clear. Now coming to present continuous. Kumar is teaching English. Kumar is teaching English. Kumar is subject, is helping verb, teaching V4 plus object English. When we convert this sentence into passive form, English is being taught by Kumar. Whenever there is continuous form of the verb, whenever there is V4, you must use being plus V3. So English is being taught by Kumar. Subject, plus am or is plus are plus being plus V3 plus object. Now coming to present perfect tense. Kumar has taught English. In present perfect we use has or have plus V3. Kumar has taught English. Kumar is subject, has plus taught is V3 plus object. English has been taught by Kumar. English has been taught by Kumar. Here in present perfect passive form we are supposed to use has been or have been. So subject English, has been, has or have plus been plus V3 taught by. I did not put here because space is not sufficient. Here and here I did not put by plus object. And coming to present perfect continuous. Kumar has been teaching English. Viewers, there is no passive form in present perfect continuous. There is no passive form in present perfect continuous. In present tenses, passive voice is possible only for simple present, present continuous, present perfect. There is no passive voice for present perfect continuous. And there won't be any passive form for past perfect continuous. And there won't be any passive voice for future continuous and future perfect continuous. Hope you will remember all this. Now look at the past tenses, how the voice is going to be changed in past tenses. The first one, simple past. Kumar taught English. Subject, Kumar, taught V2 form, English, object. Subject plus V2 plus object. And here English was taught by Kumar. English subject, was, you must take the past tense form of B form plus V3 taught past participle form plus by agent. Before agent you are supposed to use preposition by plus object. So English was taught by Kumar. Now past continuous. Kumar was teaching English. In present continuous we have seen Kumar is teaching English. Now in past continuous, Kumar was teaching English. Subject, Kumar plus was or were plus V4 teaching plus object English. When we convert this into passive form, English was being taught by Kumar. In present continuous, you have seen using English is being taught by Kumar. When it comes to past continuous, English was being taught by Kumar. Subject English plus was or were plus being plus V3 past participle form plus by plus object. Now coming to past perfect tense. Kumar had taught English. Kumar had taught English. In past perfect, irrespective of the subject, we use only had. He had, I had, we had, they had, she had, it had, Kumar had, Ravi had, Ramesh had, whatever it is. We use only had. Subject plus had plus V3 plus object. In passive form, English had been taught by Kumar. English is subject plus had been plus V3 plus by past participle V3 plus by plus object. Kumar, English had been taught by Kumar. Now past perfect continuous. Kumar had been teaching English. Kumar had been teaching English. Subject Kumar plus had been plus V4 plus object. There is no passive voice for past perfect continuous. I have already told. There is no passive voice in present perfect continuous and for past perfect continuous and future continuous and future perfect continuous. Take a screenshot of this. Now the next one, future tense. Simple future. This is example for active voice. Kumar will teach English. Kumar subject, will or shall plus V1 plus object. When we convert this into passive voice, English will be taught by Kumar. English subject, will or shall plus be plus V3 past participle form plus by plus object. English will be taught by Kumar. Future continuous. Kumar will be teaching English. Kumar subject, will or shall plus be form, B-E-B. This will come across only in, you will come across this be only in future continuous. It won't come in any other tense. So, there is no passive voice for this. Kumar will be teaching English. Then, future perfect. Kumar will have taught English. Kumar will have taught English. Subject Kumar plus will or shall plus have only. Here you are not supposed to use has. Irrespective of the subject, here you will be using only have. Please remember this. Kumar subject plus will or shall plus have plus will plus object. Here in passive form, English will have been taught by Kumar. English subject, will or shall plus have been plus past participle V3 plus by plus object. English will have been taught by Kumar. Future perfect continuous. Kumar will have been teaching English. Kumar will have been teaching English. Kumar subject, will or shall plus have been plus V4 plus object. There is no passive voice for this tense also. So we discussed altogether 12 tenses. In present 4 tenses, there is no passive voice for present perfect continuous. In past we discussed 4 tenses. There is no passive voice for past perfect continuous. In future we discussed 4 tenses. There is no passive voice for future continuous and future perfect continuous. So out of the 12 tenses, only 8 tenses. For 8 tenses only we have passive voice. And for the remaining 4, there is no passive voice. Please remember this, children. Now, other than this, there are some abnormalities. For example, change of voice in imperative sentences. Till now, we have done sentences which have subject plus verb plus object. Here there is no subject, only verb plus object. Follow subject, the rules object. When we change this kind of sentences, since it is an imperative, you can change this into passive voice by using you are advised. You are advised, and take to, use to before this verb. You are advised to follow the rules. You are advised to follow the rules. You are advised to is a fixed phrase, fixed form, and after that you add this imperative. You are advised to follow the rules. The second one, please sign here. Here, since it is, you are advising somebody, so we use advised. Here, it is an imperative with request, so we are using requested. You are requested to sign here. Teach me English. You are asking favor. This is also an imperative, but you are asking a favor to somebody. Teach me English. You are asked to teach me English. So you are advised to here, you are requested to here, you are asked to, we are using here. After these phrases, you are using the imperative whatever is given in the sentence. Hope I am clear. Take a screenshot of this. The next one is, you can use let also for imperatives. You can use let also. Complete the task. It is an imperative. Let the task. Task is object. Let the task. The task is object. Use let in the beginning. Afterwards, take this object here. Let the task. Use be form before the verb. Complete is the verb. Let the task be completed. Pay the amount. Let the amount be paid. V3 form of this verb. Paid. Wear a mask. Now there is a threat. Corona threat is there everywhere. So people are wearing masks. So wear a mask. Let a mask be, third form of wear, worn. Let the task be completed. Let the amount be paid. Let a mask be worn. You are using let in the beginning and you are taking this object here immediately and you are using be form. Then later this past participle form of this verb, completed, paid, worn. Take a screenshot of this. The next one is infinitives. Infinitive is nothing but 2 plus V1. 2 plus V1. Before the verb, 2 will be there. I have so much work to do. To do is infinitive here. You are using be form before changing the verb into V3 form, past participle form. So I have so much work to be done. To be done. We expect the government to lift the lockdown. So May 3 is the deadline, 3rd May is the deadline. So everybody is expecting, everybody is eagerly waiting for the lifting of lockdown. So we expect the government to lift the lockdown. We expect the lockdown to be lifted, past participle form of lifted. By whom? By the government. By the government. She wants to write a story. She wants what? A story. A story. To be, to plus be form. And past participle form of that verb, wants. To be written. She wants a story to be written. Hope I am clear. Take a screenshot of this. The next one. Sometimes there will be two objects. We have done till now with one subject and one object. And after that we have done sentences without subject. Now here we are going to do sentences with two objects. Look at this sentence. She gave me a gift. She gave me a gift. Here, me is one object. A gift is another object. So this sentence can be converted into passive voice in two ways. First with one object. Here me is there one object. So come on, we will change with this object. I, me, we are changing to I. I was given. Gave is the verb, V2 verb, and you are using past participle V3 form of that gave, given. Since it is past tense, you are using helping verb was, past tense verb. I was given what? A gift by her. By is agent. Here she is their subject. That she we are changing to her. So I repeat. I was given a gift by her. I was given a gift by her. The second object is a gift. So let us start with a gift. A gift is singular. Take the helping verb, past tense B form of helping verb was, a gift was, and gave is the verb, V2 verb here. Use past participle form of that gave. Now look at the second sentence. They offered him a handsome package. They offered him a handsome package. Here are two objects again. One is him and the another one is a handsome package. So let us start with this object him. Him will be changed to he in passive voice. So he was offered. He was offered. Since it is past tense, take the helping verb, B form was plus past participle offered. He was offered handsome package by them. They changed to them. He was offered handsome package by them. This is agent by. And look at the second object. A handsome package is the second object. Start with second object. A handsome package, since it is singular, take helping verb, singular helping verb in past tense was. A handsome package was offered to him by them. By is agent and they change it to them. I repeat, a handsome package was offered to them. Now look at the next type of sentences. Here there is that clause. In these two sentences there is that clause. When there is that clause, how to change it to passive voice? Let us see. We say that COVID-19 is a deadly virus. We say that COVID-19 is a deadly virus. It is said that. So it is said you are using here. It is said that COVID-19 is a deadly virus. In the second sentence, they admit that the virus has shattered their hopes. When we convert this into passive voice, it is admitted that the virus has shattered their hopes. Look at the next type. Here we are using it is time for. Fixed phrase we are using. It is time for. It is time to save the planet Earth. It is time to save. To save. So here we are using it is time for. What is the object? The planet Earth. It is time for the planet Earth. What is the verb? To save. Save is the verb. To is there. Infinitive. So it is time for the planet to be saved. Look at the second sentence. It was time. It is in past tense. It was time to renovate the house. It was time for the house to be renovated. It was time for the house to be renovated. Look at the next type. Interrogatives. You will be given interrogatives also. Interrogatives mean questions. Do you like ice cream? Do you like ice cream? This question is in present tense. Do is there. So when do is there, we are using is, am or all. If it is singular, we are using is. Here you is singular, one person, so we are taking is here. Is ice cream. What is the object? Ice cream. Is ice cream liked by you? Children, viewers, please remember the question mark will be used in passive voice also. When it comes to direct and indirect speech, in indirect speech, in reported speech, we don't use question mark. But in passive voice, we use question mark. So, I repeat the answer once again. Is ice cream liked by you? Look at the second one. Did you complete the homework? Was the homework completed by you? Did is past tense here. Here do is present tense, so we have taken is. Here did is past tense, so we have taken was. So was the homework completed by you? Are they helping you? It is present continuous. Are they helping you? Are you being helped by them? Who killed Ravana? It is beginning with WH word. Who killed Ravana? Whenever who is there, immediately you should start with by whom. By whom, since it is past tense, take the helping verb was. By whom was Ravana killed? By whom was Ravana killed? Take a screenshot of this. Now, the next one, prepositions. Sometimes we use prepositions also in reported in passive voice. For example, his reaction surprised me. His reaction surprised me. When we convert it into passive voice, we are taking the help of preposition. I was surprised at his reaction. Look at the second sentence. This bottle contains oil. Oil is contained in this bottle. Police lined the road. The road was lined with police. So we have taken the help of prepositions like this. At here, in here, with here. Now the next line. Subject complement, object complement. When there is object complement in the active voice, how to change it into passive? Let us see. They called her Miss India. When we change this into passive, we use she was called Miss India. She was called Miss India. He taught him a fool. He taught him a fool. He was taught a fool. We elected her monitor. She was elected monitor. We elected her monitor. I repeat, we elected her monitor. She was elected monitor. And look at the next line. There are certain verbs like smell, taste, etc. in active voice. When such verbs come, how to change them into passive? Let us see. This flower smells sweet. This flower smells sweet. This flower is sweet when it is smelled. Smell is the verb. So it is smelled. We have used. This flower smells sweet. This flower is sweet when it is smelled. This curry tastes bitter. This curry tastes bitter. The curry tastes bitter. The curry is bitter when it is tasted. The curry is bitter when it is tasted. Look at the questions. Now it is practice time. Convert the following into passive voice. Here are 8 questions in this slide. Let us do one by one. Who wrote this poem? It is interrogative. I told you already, whenever there is who, WH word in the question, take by whom. By whom, then object. And by whom was this poem written? Look at the second sentence. Please bring a glass of water. It is an imperative, request. You are requested. You are requested to bring a glass of water. Third one. His rudeness vexed me. Take the help of preposition. We have already discussed it. I was vexed. I was vexed at his rudeness. Fourth one. They named her Kazul. She was named Kazul. She was named Kazul. Look at the fifth one. Is Rajesh doing homework? Present continuous. Interrogative. Is Rajesh doing homework? Is homework being done by Rajesh? Is homework being done by Rajesh? Look at the sixth one. Sixth one. Can you speak French? Interrogative with modal auxiliary. Can. Whenever can is there, you have to use can be. Whenever will is there, you have to use will be. Whenever may is there, you have to use may be. Can you speak French? Can French be spoken by you? Can French be spoken by you? Look at the seventh one. Gandhi spoke truth always. Gandhi spoke truth always. Past tense. Object is truth. Truth was spoken by Gandhi always. Truth was spoken by Gandhi always. Look at the eighth one. She granted me permission. There are two objects. Me is one object, permission is another object. This can be changed into passive in two ways. Let us begin with me. I was granted permission by her. Now, with the second object, permission. Permission was granted to me by her. I was granted permission by her. Permission was granted to me by her. And we will do some more questions. Ninth one. It is time to send the mail. Whenever such kind of sentences are there, you are supposed to use it is time for. I have already told. It is time for the mail to be sent. It is time for the mail to be sent. 10th one. She wants to book the ticket. She wants the ticket to be booked. She wants the ticket to be booked. 11th one. Have you seen the movie? It is interrogative with in present perfect tense. Has the movie. The movie is singular, so take has. Has the movie been seen by you? Has the movie been seen by you? 12th one. This cough syrup tastes sweet. This cough syrup tastes sweet. I have already told this kind of verbs like taste and smell, etc. So this cough syrup is sweet when it is tasted. This cough syrup is sweet when it is tasted. 13th one. Did he invite you for the lunch? It is an interrogative in past tense. Did he invite you for the lunch? So take was. And here the subject is you. Did he invite you? So subject is he, object is you. Were you invited for the lunch by him? Were you invited for the lunch by him? Look at the 14th one. Do you like chocolates? Chocolates plural. It is in present. So take or chocolates liked by you. Look at the 15th one. The bank sanctioned me loan. Here are two objects again. The bank sanctioned me loan. Me is one object, loan is another object. So let us start with first object. I was sanctioned loan by the bank. I was sanctioned loan by the bank. Let us do with the second object. Loan was sanctioned to me by the bank. Now, 16th sentence. Will you sing a song? This is an interrogative with modal auxiliary will. Will you sing a song? So whenever there is an interrogative with auxiliary like this, modal auxiliary like this, begin with same. Will a song be sung by you? Will a song be sung by you? Hope I am clear. Now, one more small exercise. Actually, this is the way, this is the model question. Such kind of questions will be asked in CBSE exams. Such kind of questions will be asked in CBSE exams. So for CBSE students, I am giving this model question. So here, read the question. Imagine you made a kite by reading the following instructions. Complete the paragraph as to show how the kite was made. These are the instructions to make a kite. These are the instructions to make a kite. Based on the instructions, you made a kite. How you made the kite? Here, one paragraph is there, small paragraph with some blanks. You are supposed to complete the blanks using passive form. So here there is one example, solved example also you can see. At first, a color paper was bought. The first instruction, look at the first instruction, buy a colored paper. So it is beginning with all the instructions, mostly they are beginning with verbs. So they are instructions, imperatives, buy a colored paper. So at first a colored paper was bought. We are using past passive because you prepared kite already. You made kite already. So V3 form of buy is bought. So since object is singular, you have taken helping verb was. At first a color paper was bought and it dash into squares. Cut into squares. So and it is singular, so take was, it was. V3 form of cut is cut. So and it was cut into squares. Later, bamboo splinters. Shape thin bamboo splinters into triangle. Shape is the verb. So bamboo splinters, plural. Bamboo splinters were shaped. V3 form of shape is shaped. Bamboo splinters were shaped, this blank, into triangle. An arc dash at the base. Make an arc. So make is the verb. Made is the past participle form. So it is singular. This arc is singular. So make an arc was made at the base. Then the paper, paste the paper on the thin frame. Paper is singular. So take was, helping verb was. Then the paper was pasted. V3 form of paste is pasted. Past participle form was pasted on the thin frame. Finally, a tail dashed to thin end. To thin end, add a tail. Here verb is given here. So finally a tail is singular. Tail was, V3 form of add is added. Finally a tail was added to thin end. That's all for today's class, children. Thank you and see you in the next class.